Good evening, and I'm very sorry it's a little bit late. It's Jan with the Midweek Mojo with Jan, and Instagram is a little bit behind. I think we're just we're just having a bit of a technical issue this evening, so I don't know why it wouldn't stream on Instagram. But anyway, I'm here now. So if you're looking to find out about how to set up your own sole trader business, your self-employed business, you're in the right place. Please ask any questions. I will check for my comments in here, and also on Instagram, and we're also on YouTube. So plenty of places to ask questions. If I don't get to you during this live, then please do pop them in afterwards, put a replay, and let me know any questions. Obviously, I have to preempt this with saying I can't answer any specific questions to your business, financial business. I can't give financial advice or tax advice or anything like that. I am actually a qualified and practicing bookkeeper, but unless I have a contract with you and we're all signed, sealed and delivered, I cannot answer specific questions such as that, but I can always answer general questions about setting up as a sole trader. So I'm sorry if you're trying to find me and you can't, and you're coming on late, but we'll catch up later. I'll make sure this is posted everywhere that you'll need to find it. And we're a little bit early this evening because I'm doing a different challenge later on. So please do pop on and answer any questions, ask any questions. So self-employed. So when would you need to go self-employed? You need to have a look at whether you want to be a sole trader, whether you want to be a partnership, or whether you want to go sole trader first of all. And this is when you're setting up your own business. If you're doing more than one client, there's various reasons why you would be self-employed as opposed to just a freelance and being able to work for a company. So, but if you're looking at making your own business, such as any of the things that I do, such as the MLM trading or anything like that, you might want to look at sole trader first. Limited is a lot bigger cookie. It's something you could do later on down the line, and partnership is with somebody else. And if you're going to do that, I would seriously recommend you have the partnership legally drawn up, because it's absolute minefield. And to be honest, if you're just starting out, unless you already know you're going to have a massive business straight away, it's probably just as well to start as a self-employed person. But again, please do contact an accountant if you're worried about which you should do, and what you think you should be embarking on. So I know we've got somebody on. Do say hi so I can say hello to you if you're coming on live. So yeah, those are the three things. So tonight I'm really just talking about self-employed, being a sole trader. So when do you need to set up? Well, you can actually earn £1,000 before you need to do anything about accounts. Although having said that, if you're intending to become a bigger business than £1,000 in a year, then I would start staking all your income and your expenses and everything straight away. But if the maximum you take in, and we're talking about, not talking about profit, we're talking about the amount of money you actually earn in a year, in a tax year, is £1,000 or more than £1,000, then you will need to register as self-employed. So that's the first thing. So you do get it's like an allowance for £1,000. So you're okay if you're not. Now, the first thing you'll want to do is have a look at your business name. And what would you need to do for that? Well, if it's not a limited company, you don't have to register, obviously, as a limited company. So you don't need to go to Companies House and all that. But for a sole trader, there are still some sort of kind of rules. You're not allowed to use limited in your name when you set up as a self-employed person, and you mustn't use offensive language, and you mustn't use a registered trademark unless it's yours, of course. So you're not you're not using somebody else's trade name and trying to get away with looking like that you're their company. So that's three things that you need to do. So check your names and have a look at that. Decide what name you're going to have, and then check what records you need to keep. So if you are doing, well, any sort of business really, you need to keep an idea of more than an idea, an actual record of all your income, whether it is invoiced or if it comes in commission or however it is. You need to keep a good record of all your income. And of course, you need to keep a record of all your expenses. So your expenses, I will do that in another live at some point, because there's an awful lot of things you can claim for that you might not realize. But the basic ones, of course, are your things that you buy literally for the business. Now, be careful about just putting everything that you buy all together down as a business expense, because if it's anything that you use, and cars are a big thing, that's a separate issue altogether. But if it's something that you use for both personal and for business, you can only claim the business part. And sometimes, if it's not exclusively for the business, you can't even claim it. But again, that's something you need to speak to a bookkeeper or an accountant about, or have a look on the gov.uk website. So those things, just to give you a few examples. So obviously, if you're buying a new computer, again, if you're using part of it for your personal, you're going to do a percentage of it, whatever percentage you're claiming, you're doing for your business. So if you were doing 50-50, it'd be just 50% of it. Postage, the things that you use to make the items that you're selling, if you're making something. Then of course you've got your telephone expenses, your internet expenses, and then of course there's use of home. But I will talk about all the little bits of expenses in another video, because it's just a quickie tonight, just to give you the actual technical things that you want to do. Now, how do you actually register as self-employed? So you need to get a UTR, so it's a unique reference number for you, so that the government know that you're becoming self-employed. That is easily enough. You just go onto the government website and you just Google, I guess, how to apply for self-employed. It will come up, and you'll be able to get a UTR number, which means that you're going to get a UTR, unique reference number, which you will then use for doing your self-employed taxes, your pay-as-you-earn taxes. And by the way, this is, of course, is all for the UK. So if you're in a different country watching this, I'm sorry, but I have no idea about other countries where the way you do it. And you have to have if you register, if you started being employed, you need to register by the October of the year following the tax year. So tax years are going to be all running, or they are running, from the 1st of April, 5th of April to the 4th of April the following year. So you need to register by October of the following year once you started. It's all going to be changed. At the moment, you can have tax years which are nothing to do with the tax year in terms of your accounts, but it's going to be changing so that it's all going to run in line with the tax year. So I would definitely advise that if you're going to just start a new business, you do it from the you can say the end of March to the beginning of April. Got another friend doing a live at the same time. It's all happening. So so you need to get your UTR number so that you can do your tax return. And then also other things that you need to keep an eye on, you keep a record of, is your as I said, your sales, your invoices, your invoices that you purchase, your purchase invoices, and any VAT records. If you're going to go VAT registered, I'll talk to you about that in a minute. So if you are going to go VAT registered, you'll need to keep the actual VAT receipt, which has got the VAT number on it and the date on it and how much VAT that you're paying on the item. And you need to keep a note of the personal income and any grants that you have got to start your business. And if you are on any sort of benefits, there are some different schemes that you can apply for to possibly help you with starting a new business. So have a Google of that as well, because depending on when you're watching this, of course, whether it's changed, I won't go into those details, but have a look and see if there's any grants you can apply for. So you have to register for tax, and that's by the 5th of October the following year. If you haven't already got a national insurance number, which you should do if you're from this country, but if you're not from this country, then you'll need to do that as well. And then VAT, the VAT registration is probably likely you'll want to, if you're just doing like a side gig and stuff like that, that you'll need to register for VAT straight away. You have to have a turnover of £85,000 in a tax year, and that's not profit, that is how much money comes into the business. So if you are going to be, always keep an eye on that. Obviously, if you think you're going to go over that, then you will need to register for VAT, and that's a whole different ball game. We can talk about that on another live. But yeah, those are the basic things really. So I think I've messed everybody up by changing the actual platform tonight. So I've not had many questions live, but please do ask afterwards, and have a look on here, and I can answer the questions later. Very bizarre having Instagram and Facebook going at the same time, but we'll get there, guys. And if you are looking for a business and you don't even know what business you'd like to do, but you fancy making some extra money for your retirement especially, and you'd like to earn some more money to be able to have to pay the VAT, and that would be great, wouldn't it? An extra 85k in your bank. Then do have a look at my PDF, which is in the link in my bio, or you can ask me for it. Just send me a message and I'll send you the free PDF, which has got 5 different income streams, that you can have a look at for creating an abundant retirement. We'll be back at normal time. If you're on live now, say hi. If you've got any questions, do say hello and pop them in before I go. But hopefully we'll be back at normal time next week, 7:15 on Wednesday evening. Just had to do a bit early tonight because of a clash in the schedule. But great to see some of you, and I will see you all next week. Make sure you follow for more, and see you again soon. Bye for now.